Let us have a look at Fantom again. It's been quite a while and we have seen the display of what a bear market does to the altcoin prices, right? Fantom went down from the top by more than 90%, 92.7% to be more specific. And this is from a top of more than $3. Now there's another cryptocurrency that topped at $3 and that's Cardano. Right, it's also a layer 1 competitor, a smart contract platform. A bit different in its nature because it's larger in market cap. So Cardano is at market rank number 8 with a market cap of 15 billion, whereas Fantom is at market rank 61 with a market cap of 0.6 billion. But besides those differences, we still see the inherent leverage in alts, right? This is the commonality. When things go down, they tend to go down more for the alts. And given that Fantom is even smaller than Cardano, it does go down even further. This is now a chart you've probably not yet seen before. This is Fantom relative to Cardano. So FTM USD divided by ADA USD. And over here, we can see that with the drop during the crypto winter, Fantom did not just lose in terms of US dollars, it also lost very significantly, even relative to ADA. Now, I am talking about the general state of the cryptocurrency market, of the altcoin market, of Bitcoin and Ethereum to the premium members every single day. And we are risk off for quite a while. And that's because of this chart over here. This is total 3. So this is cryptocurrency's market cap minus Bitcoin's market cap and minus Ethereum's market cap. So this is basically the altcoin market cap. And in here we see two moving averages, a simple and an exponential moving average that had been back tested. So we back tested buying and selling according to moving averages, meaning we sell when the price is below, we buy when the price is above, and we try to find out what's the best duration of those moving averages. And we do this for different kinds of assets. And for total 3, the ones that are plotted over here historically work the best. So this is our gauge of where the altcoins tend to move. So if you're interested in joining the premium membership, that's here at the bottom. The link is also in the video description. And so we can see that since April of this year, we tend to be very cautious with altcoins. Since then, the altcoin market cap went down by 54%. And this is especially important when we deal with something with that much inherent leverage as Fantom. When we look at Fantom, since the 6th of April, our drop is 81%. So really this amplification of price movements, it happens in both directions. It's great to make tens of thousands of percents of gains during bull markets, but this also can very quickly turn around if you don't time this right. And so another way, instead of just looking at the overall altcoin market, is to look at the best moving averages for Fantom. So those are the ones that we have back tested for Fantom. And here, of course, the story isn't that different. So specific to Fantom, we are risk off since the 6th of April. And the bearish momentum simply continues. Now, what I found interesting is when I looked at Fantom relative to prior bear markets, and we don't look at it in US dollars, but we look at this relative to Ethereum. I like to look at Ethereum in terms of relative valuation because it's the safest of the altcoins, of the smart contracts. So you want to see an outperformance of your risky altcoin versus Ethereum. So I like to look at this in this relative valuation. When we take the crash that happened at the end of 2020, right? When we take that crash and we overlay this to the recent crash, we can see the bottoms, they pretty much align. It's not perfect, right? Not perfect by any means, but it's pretty close. So the extent to these drops in relative Ethereum valuation tend to be somewhat similar, right? We have a drop over here, same kind of magnitude to here. Now we've got a bit more of a drop, but this is pretty much as far as it went historically for Fantom versus Ethereum since 2018. Now, does this mean that this will turn around, that we will just go up from here? Nobody knows. And this is, of course, just relative to Ethereum, right? So when Ethereum is going down, Fantom just stays stable, then this chart here goes up and you gain against Ethereum, but you might not have gained any US dollars unless you are betting on falling prices for Ethereum and rising prices for Fantom and you're directly trading this pair over here, right? But most people, they're actually just trading against a stable coin. So this is actually what you're realizing. But still, I find this interesting. A lot of the inherent leverage seems to be out of the system. A lot of the liquidations might have already happened. So maybe at this point in time, Fantom isn't even that much more risky than Ethereum. But Ethereum itself is risky, right? So Ethereum did see its significant drop here as well. But yeah, simply just relatively speaking, if you are considering to go risk on right now, maybe Fantom is even the better choice than Ethereum. It is riskier, it does have inherent leverage, but a lot of that downside momentum has already been digested. It's comparable to the past. Still, right, if you're wondering, will the crypto market go up right now? I think it's better to be risk off. The overall bearish momentum tends to continue. Historically, this approach worked well, and this is what I think is a good approach going forward. Let's also, for entertainment purposes, look at Fantom relative to other layer 1 competitors, right? EVM compatible smart contract platforms. We did see a long-term outperformance of Fantom versus Avalanche in the past. This trend has been broken. Now we are more or less in a sideways trading range, somewhat in the middle here. So there's not necessarily an extreme valuation on either Fantom or AVAX's side. What's important to note here is that Avalanche does have a pretty high inflation rate though, right? So because of the token issuance over the years, if the crypto market cannot pick up steam, if it just goes sideways, I expect Fantom to outperform AVAX simply because Fantom has much less token inflation. Then we've got Fantom versus Matic, also a sideways trading range, no particularly extreme value here. So sometimes Fantom is expensive, sometimes Polygon Matic is expensive. Currently, there's no real opportunity to swing trade here. Then we've got Fantom versus Solana, where Fantom is relatively cheap, which would in turn mean that Solana is probably still rather on the expensive side. So without now going into the details of Solana, if you're just considering either one of them, based on this chart, Fantom is the better bet. Here's Fantom versus Algorand. The long-term upwards trend has broken. It was simply that massive of a drop for Fantom. We might be bottoming though. Again, very interesting how these bear markets are somewhat similar in magnitude. Not one-to-one, but still, right? Quite similar. This support could be relatively strong. So Fantom is really quite depressed versus the rest of the market, which does not mean that Fantom cannot fall below those 25 cents. It definitely can with the overall market, and I think it's actually likely that it happens. But I think it's unlikely that Fantom is going to lose more than Ethereum, is going to lose more than Algorand or Avalanche over the very long term. I think if you are picking an altcoin now, Fantom is probably not the worst choice. Still, be careful out there, right? I personally, I'm not yet getting risk on. I'm not yet buying Fantom. I'm waiting for the turnaround to happen. I am okay not to pick the exact bottom, but to wait a little bit until people are more bullish again and all of that stablecoin money flows into risk on again. This is currently obviously not the case. Please give this video a like. It will help the channel grow. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and check out the premium membership. The link is in the video description. There's also more details in this video over here. Hope to see you in that video, and thanks for watching this one. Bye-bye.